Hi everyone. So I know I haven't done a vlog in a couple days, but I know I will address the elephant in the room in a moment, but just want to give you guys an update and then talk about a few things. It's really weird watching myself record this because I still have a hard time realizing that this is in fact me, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Not coughing as much, but I will still be drinking water throughout. What's been going on? So Saturday night, for whatever reason, I had to get an infusion on Saturday. See, this thing is called a PICC line. I think I talked about this before, but this is a direct thing that connects to kind of the things in your, well, not into your heart directly, but like right above your heart. So I had to get an infusion. I'm still having to get these stupid, well, they're not stupid because they're important, I guess. This infusion for my E. coli that I got. I'm not quite sure why. I probably should have asked a little more questions because, if it's cleared out of me, I think it's just a precaution to make sure that, we kill whatever was inside of me, especially with me starting chemo again next week. So, got an infusion Saturday. If you don't know this, I don't think many people outside of the medical profession or those of us that are currently going through this know this, but there's a saline shortage. At least that's what they told me. So the antibiotic that I'm supposed to be given is supposed to be mixed with a pretty decent amount of saline. That way it allows, it doesn't, because if it's given to me all in kind of the concentrated form, it makes you a little sick. So the place I'm going to, unfortunately, is on one of those saline rations, and they've had to make do, which isn't super great for me. So when they give me my infusion, it's like the bare minimum saline that they can give you, and then just a concentrated dosage of the antibiotic, which is fine, but it has the tendency to make you really sick. I didn't realize how sick I was going to get until Saturday evening. Everything that was inside of me came out of me. And poor Fallon, she's like, "Oh, do we need to go to the ER?" I'm like, "No, I think I'm fine." But it was just a long night of vomiting and questioning choices that had led off to that point. For example, I don't know why. I never want to eat them again, but I made pot stickers, just a few on Saturday, and had those for dinner. But never again. No, I am done with those because those did not taste super great coming back up. Sunday rolls around, it's my birthday, and I'm tired, I'm out of it, I didn't sleep at all. I'm lucky that I got to see my family for a little bit, got to open some presents, got to have some cake, but mainly I just rested, I just slept most of it. I was out of it, truly out of it, and then I've gotten progressively better as the week has gone on. Still never as bad as I was those weeks leading up to me going into the hospital, but I feel incredibly better, which is good. So doctor's appointment on Monday. It was an okay appointment, not the best, not the worst. It's basically doctor was concerned that we don't really have time to wait on chemo. Honestly, I probably should have done it this week, but he was fine with, waiting a week and that sort of thing. Just because with how fast growing this particular type of cancer is, waiting a week, it's not super great. And he's concerned that with the E. coli getting out from my gut, that might mean there's perforation in my colon or in my gut, which means gotta have surgery, which he's not entirely sure yet. He thinks that after this next round of chemo, I do an x-ray on Monday, get chemo all day on Monday, and then chemo Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the following week I have either a CAT scan or a PET scan, I can't remember what, to see how much it shrunk or if it's perforated or anything like that. And if it's done anything bad, I've got to do a little bit of surgery, which isn't super bad. It's not they're going to knock me out and open me up and sort of thing. but it is what it is. It's fairly invasive. I think so. But they go in, they remove the chunk that is actually cancerous, reconnect everything. It's not removing my entire sort of system, thank goodness. It's just removing a part of it. And then I can go back to doing chemo again. The recovery time is pretty quick, thank goodness. But it's certainly not like removing everything and then, yeah, it's not as bad, but it's not super great either. But hopefully, fingers crossed, prayers or whatever I can get, that when I go to have chemo on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, that it like works really well and it just burns things out really quickly. But yeah, he also said, so a reason why they didn't give me a booster shot. Usually they do give booster shots to people, but they're usually much older or less healthy than I am. So he said he's going to give me a booster shot after my last infusion to boost my white blood cell count back up again, because they were kind of shocked that someone my age and someone in relatively good health got down so low, like my neutropenias and all those things I kind of talked about. My white blood cell got so low that, it allowed for the infection to kind of flourish. So they'll give me a booster shot to, once everything kind of like kicks in, it'll start boosting it back up a little slower, a little bit, so I won't go all the way down and make it a little better. Wow, I did not realize that more and more hair is falling out. That's wild. Even though there is very little hair to actually fall out. Okay, so kind of the elephant in the room. Yes, it's 100% pretty much gone. I shaved off my beard as much as I was willing to. At least a little something's there. But this, it just got to the point where Sunday I was telling Fallon, like, it's not worth it. I'm tired of going into the shower and just having like clumps of hair fall out. I'm tired of I had a pretty wicked bald spot, I think I showed you guys. And it just wasn't worth it. I was leaving piles of hair everywhere. And me being the sort of clean freak that I am, that really bothered me. So just got to the point where I'm just like, let's just shave it off. At that point, it didn't even feel like my hair anymore. It felt really fine and, dare I say, almost like baby-esque. But it wasn't worth it anymore. So I just got rid of it. I didn't notice this. This might be, sorry Mom, I'm going to rat you out on this. There was a time when I was a kid, I don't know, I think I might have been 2 or 3, and Mom was ironing, and me being not the smartest child in the world, she was ironing, and I pulled on the iron, and the iron fell down right on my head, and that might be that scar. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but it's right there, isn't it? Oh. And then like my part right there. I do miss my hair a lot. I still shampoo my bald head every day just out of kind of necessity or, I don't know, to remember the good old days, I guess, of just like literally, a week ago I was losing my hair, but like 2 weeks ago I still had my hair. But the beard just got to the point on Monday where it was going to fall out anyway. It's actually not, since I shaved it off, it seems like it would have stayed in decently well, but it became so patchy and uneven, it was just driving me nuts, so it's fine. I kind of look like a naked mole rat. I don't know why I come back to that. Fun fact, naked mole rats are the only creature in the world that cannot get cancer. Every other creature in the world can get cancer, except for the naked mole rat. So if I ever get a chance, I guess I'm moving to Africa and I'm going to live underground and just do naked mole rat stuff. I don't know how well that'll work. It'll probably be a big hole. So I'm not really a digger either, so I guess we'll just have to figure it out from there. But something I want to talk about a little more serious is kind of the emotions that have been going on with this. And I know I'm a fairly positive person. I mean, I have to be. I mean, there's no other way to it. I mean, I could sit here and mope and be depressed all day, but I have to be as positive I can be. I mean, I'm a realist at the same time. And yeah, the situation does suck. But I would say could be worse. I mean, there's still tons of things in my favor. There's still tons of things we can do. 100%. I mean, there's no reason to give up hope or anything. See, I'm already going to start crying because I'm an emotional mess. It's all actually the chemo is probably out of me, give or take. Still, but the emotions part, something that really sort of shocked me is when I was in the hospital, and it was like the second day I can't get comfortable to save my life. It was the second day that I really started losing my hair, and I went to take a shower, and I just remember, they gave me this Johnson's, the ironic thing is this Johnson's No More Tears shampoo. The stuff that you use on babies. And maybe that's why my hair felt so baby soft towards the end. And I was in the shower and I was just weeping and crying as my hair was falling out. And it was just a really emotional experience because I tried to sit there and quantify it. Like, why was I feeling sad? I think it was just... This is a constant reminder that this is in fact real. Well, beyond the pain in my gut. But it doesn't look real. It doesn't really feel real until this happens, until you're like, oh crap, I don't have hair anymore. Oh crap, I've lost my beard. Because it doesn't feel real. I mean, it's just like, all right, I'm sick. I'm going to go get medicine for it. This, when it's a physical reminder all the time, far different. It's far different. And I think losing my hair was like that emotional response that just kind of pushed me off the edge where it's kind of a blubbery mess in the shower. And then when I got back to my room, I just cried for a little bit. That was weird. I mean, not weird. I mean, that's a perfectly natural response. Just kind of took me off. Other emotions. So I feel... I don't know if it's the chemo or I was talking to my buddy Neil about this yesterday. I don't know if it's the chemo or the cancer, just kind of everything, but I'm unmotivated to do a lot of things, which is kind of sad because I'm a very motivated person. Like, I get up, I do things, I accomplish things. But with this, I feel unmotivated to really do a whole lot. And that's kind of sad, I think. Because, like, when I wake up, like, granted I'll talk about the painkillers here in a second because those have become the bane of my existence. So, when I wake up, like, I'm used to accomplishing, like I said, tons of things. Like, I'll pay bills or I'll work on stuff or, like, all these sorts of things. And now I have... Well, I'll tell you what Neil told me, what my friend Neil told me, because I think it's very true, and maybe I'm just not giving myself grace or something like that. But I'm unmotivated to do a lot of things. Like, I don't really find the same joy in, like, playing a video game or reading a comic or, like, writing or doing anything anymore. Like, I don't want to do anything. And I think it's one of two things. It's one... well, the second thing is Neil's thing, but I'll tell you what my thing is, and then I'll tell you why Neil is probably right. The first thing is that, I did these things to pacify time. Either because, like, I did it for enjoyment, and I was just pacifying time when I got home so I could relax, or I was doing it because of time constraints, like, I have to pay these bills, I have to grade these papers, I have to put these grades in by now, like, all these things that I hate this stupid chair, it's fine, sorry, all these things to, sort of, give me something to do throughout my day, and now, I don't know, I just don't find the joy in it anymore. I don't even want to turn on the TV just because it provides a weird distraction to me. Like, literally, I just want to kind of sit in our living room and, like, be alone with my own thoughts, which isn't a bad thing. My thoughts are a little weird. But, yeah, just just that sort of thing. But the way Neil described it was this. I'm sorry, I'm dropping his name a lot, so Neil, if you watch this, sorry. You helped me a lot just when I was thinking about this yesterday, man. So it's just that I have so much time now that, you know, these constraints that in which I had to accomplish things or things that I need to pacify myself or to distract myself or that sort of thing, those constraints are gone. The only constraint I'm working within is like my own sort of time that I'm awake. Like I have all the time in the world essentially. So the same things don't find the same enjoyment. It's kind of weird, but it's true. So what do I do in that case? Well, I don't know. I'm trying to meditate a little bit. Been trying to focus on, you know, just trying to get better. Yeah, it's so weird though. It's just wild. I had my outline again and I kind of deviated a little bit from it, but it's fine. But that's it, guys. Just a quick check-in. I'll probably post something. It'll be really late because my chemo on Monday goes all day. It goes from like 9 till about 5 in the afternoon because it's a full day. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, I might post something probably Wednesday afternoon or something after I get it done. Or maybe I'll post something Tuesday morning. I don't know. We'll see what I'm feeling. Sorry. But thank you so much. Like always, love and support is always needed. If you have any questions or whatever, just let me know. All right. Thanks.